Good day to you all. We are back to our daily devotion, and for the day of Friday, we are still with the series 365 Daily Devotion Bible Character Edition, and we are done discussing the kings and the government of the Northern Kingdom, and now we're going to study the kings of the Southern Kingdom. So after David, the or after Solomon rather, the kingdom of Israel became divided, and King Jeroboam and Rehoboam became a king, and King Jeroboam became the king of the northern kingdom, and Rehoboam for the southern kingdom. And after King Rehoboam, his son Abijam replaced him as a king. So let's study how King Abijam reigned in Judah. Now in the 18th year of King Jeroboam the son of Nebat, Abijam began to reign over Judah. He reigned for 3 years in Jerusalem. His mother's name was Maacah, the daughter of Abishalom, and he walked in all the sins that his father did before him. And his heart was not wholly true to the Lord his God, as the heart of David his father. Nevertheless, for David's sake, the Lord his God gave him a lamp in Jerusalem, setting up his son after him, and establishing Jerusalem, because David did what was evil, or what was right in the eyes of the Lord, and did not turn aside from anything that he commanded him all the days of his life, except in the matter of Uriah the Hittite. So, Abijam became a king, and he replaced King Rehoboam, his father, and he also walked in all the sins that his father did before him. He did all the sins that his father, King Rehoboam, did. But again, because of the covenant that God had with David, God still blessed Abijam, because Abijam is a descendant of King David, and therefore God still established him as a king and also his kingdom. So what is our teachings? The first teaching: Jeroboam set the standard for evil leadership. So he is still mentioned, even though we are now talking about the southern kingdom. King Jeroboam was still mentioned because he is the standard. He became the standard of evil king in Jerusalem. He set that standard for leadership, and therefore his descendants, the kings before him, did what he also did, because he chose the easy path. He chose to please people and not to please God. He chose to commit sin, not to follow God. So he became the standard for evil leadership. On the contrary, the hard part, David set the standard for good leadership. So if the king want to have a kingship, a legacy that will please God, they will need to follow the hard part, because let's be honest, doing bad is far more easier than doing good. So if you want to do good, you must choose the hard parts, because there will be a lot of things that you have, or there are a lot of things that you are used to do that if you follow God, you cannot do anymore. And that is your human wants and needs. But if you want to become a true leader, just like how King David became, you want to follow God, and you need, or you want to set this good standard, you must choose the hard part. Lastly, Rehoboam and Abijah chose the easy path. They chose the easy path. They chose to please the people. They chose to build shrines for false gods, and they have paid the consequences. So how can we apply this in our lives? Be faithful despite your imperfections, just like how King David did. He became faithful even though there's an exception written here, except in the mother of Uriah the Hittite, because he uh, he have taken Bathsheba from Uriah and he killed Uriah. But still, he became faithful. He is righteous and he was the standard. God set him the standard for good leadership even though he have committed imperfection. Second, fight for your family's future by shaping it according to biblical principles. So you must choose whether or not you will use Jeroboam or King David as a reference on how to become a good leader. If you want your family to be like the family that King Jeroboam did and his descendants, then you will choose the easy path. But no one wants that. We want to follow the Lord. We want to please the Lord. So let's choose how King David became a king and became a leader for his kingdom. Lastly, choose the righteous path under God's favor. So that will be for daily devotion. Steve like Christ.